Three, two, one, and we're live. Hi, it's me, she. I'm back. Guys, this is a very powerful time, so I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to just get right into it. So, this is our seventh chakra. We are at the top of our crown, so we're going to start with our breathing, and then we're going to move into our vibration, and then I'll tell you more about this powerful energy that we are moving into with the crown chakra. Okay, let's start our breathing. We're going to count to 5, hold it on the top for 3, and then breathe it all the way out. The focus is on the crown, the top of the head. Think of you wearing your most beautiful jewel encrusted crown. Close your eyes. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're inhaling. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. Round 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Hold it and release. And our final. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, and release. All the way out, all the way out, all the way, and release. Okay, you keep your eyes closed. I'm going to hit our vibration on our tuning drum. Hopefully you can feel this vibration in your crown or just reverberating throughout your body. Here we go. And let's get started. I'm going to put this drum out of the way. And again, we're in the crown chakra. These energies right now, today is July 7th, 2020. I'm doing this video. Whenever you find this video, that's when you're moving into the space. Today is the number 1 day. Ones are aces. Aces are happening now. Aces are new ideas, new beginnings. So we're going to start into this powerful movement. I'm not going to be gentle, guys, because this is a very important time that we're moving into. We're moving into a very difficult, challenging space. It's going to be still a lot more emotional, painful experiences, life-altering decision-making happening, moving in through the fall and on until the end of the year. So, and we talked about this over the last 7 videos, the 7 chakras. We're going to talk about the chakras a minute. The chakras are symbols, the 7 steps on the spiritual path. And so we moved into this energy back in early part of, we're in July and June, and we started this walk up these 7 paths, starting with our root chakra, which sits at the base right into your private area, moving up to the sacral chakra, which sits right just above, below the belly button. And then you have your solar plexus, which sits right at the belly button or just a little bit center above. Then we move into our center, which is our heart chakra, right between our breasts and our heart. And we move into our throat chakra. Last week we did the third eye, and now we're at the crown. We're at the soul of life. We've been involving our spirit and moving us to a higher consciousness so that you can be prepared during this transition time, these new beginnings, to step into your purpose, or some people call it your higher calling or a vocation. But when you do it, we have to do it with courage and gratitude. So if you've been following along in the last year, then right now, courage and gratitude, you understand very, very well. And I used the most powerful, powerful symbol, which is the Reiki symbol. You know, I'm an energy master. And being an energy master, I move energy and I help to tune energies for that step on the spiritual path. And so that's what we've been working on. And so with the crown chakra, we are also going to move into the energies or the spirit or the understanding of the threes, as well as the number 369. And that may go over the next few videos that I end up doing, or they may have to become separate, that really help to clarify and understand the magnificence of the 369. And so the video I did last week, or early on Tuesday actually, was the Tower card. The Tower card is about new beginnings. It's about falling, allowing yourself to let go and fall so that you can get up, because this fall also has not been in control. It hasn't been something we've chosen, like the corona or COVID-19, coronavirus, what's happening, the things that are happening on a global scale, we have no control of. We have not had a control of it. We are not at fault to why these things are happening. Even the things that are happening from Mother Nature herself, from Pachamama, we have no control over none of these events. But what we do have control over is how our spirit moves and flows with these changes. And some of these changes are going to be unwanted, and that's why we were purging. That's the reason why we spent so much time talking about wasting away, cleaning, purging, clearing out, removing those things in our lives that no longer serve us. So Da Como is the most highest vibration in the Reiki energy path, in the spiritual path, with using the rainbow of colors, which you see on the screen, in our bodies, so that we can handle whatever externally is happening. We can also deal with it in a manner that moves us to our highest good, to our destiny, to our purpose in life, and internally, because if internally you are not healed, if you are not healthy, if you're not emotionally being able to mourn, cry, laugh, have joy in the right times of your life, then you're not experiencing an abundance in life that is gifted with the things that are waiting for you. And so we're going to say this mantra, and then I'm going to get into these cards. And I have 3 cards that came out before, while I was meditating and preparing the cards for this reading. And when I asked a specific question about what do we do now, these are the cards that came. And so just for today, if you can just say this with me, and then if you can say these things to yourself when moments in your life become stressful, painful, or even joyful, so that you can try to balance how you react. Not a reaction, but a response. And so being centered, breathing, those breathing exercises. If 5 inhales is too much air for you, take it down to 3 until you can move it up to 5 and then hold it for 3 counts. And if you can hold it for 5 counts, do it, flip it. You breathe in for 3 and you hold it for 5. And then you breathe out. That helps center you. That helps open up that crown chakra so that you can hear the whispers on the wind, so you can understand the thunder. And when the lightning strikes, when the universe starts to speak, you can start to smell, use all your senses, hear, see, touch, and know. That having that ability to know where you are, to know what's to come next, to know what your actions are, whether they are to stand still, are they to dance, or is it to really enjoy and celebrate. This is where we have come with the crown chakra. So thinking about that crown chakra and those breathing exercise, add, just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will do my honest work. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being and thing. That is the principles of energy. Those are the masterful, powerful energies in coming into balance in your life. And so if you can think of those elements every single time, and you can add whatever you want to in the situation of the moment, just for today, as you're traveling or journeying through these complications of life and our earth and our world where we are today. So we've been focusing on being in communion with Mother Earth herself, and understanding and realizing how Mother Pachamama, Gaia, however you can relate to her, is by understanding her gifts that she provides. So the rattle. And this was the first card that came out. And this rattle is so powerful. It's a very, very distinctive caller or spirit call. The rattle is like the spirit call. And I do have a couple rattles in front of me, but I am not going to use them because this rattle at this time in the crown chakra, think of the serpent in the medical sign. So on the side of all ambulances, hospital institutions, maybe even your health card, your benefit card for whatever institution that you get your medical assistance through or your benefits. It has a symbol, and that symbol is of this stick or this cross. And what is wrapped around that cross is the serpent. And that is the sign for healing and health. And so in the shaman's prayer, we talked about the 4 directions, meaning the body of the rattle. If you look at the body of this rattle, it's like the earth spins on this axis. So this type of rattle, which I do have rattles, but my rattles have seeds, and they have the most powerful spiritual animals that tunes the energy in that rattle along with feathers. But this rattle actually twists like a hand drum, that you would twist it and it would rattle back and forth. And if you've ever watched a sacred ceremony, whether it was from the shamans or any indigenous sages or on Indian tribes, if you ever watched a musical video of sacred sounds, some of them have the music of the rattle, and that rattle is aiding in understanding how the earth is spinning on its axis. So when you want a desired destiny, or your destiny is calling, which it is, we're in our crown chakra, what do we say? We said, at this time, in our higher conscious self, we are now stepping into our purpose. We're now stepping into our higher calling. And so Great Spirit is saying, may your will be done. Because the rattle is here. It has called. It has shaken. It is saying, your prayers, when you offer your prayers right now, and we've been coming up to this. The last video, guys, I had said to you several times, several videos, be careful what you desire. Make sure what you are asking in prayer is for the highest good of all. And that way, everything we need is then therefore provided, so those desires and that purpose can be met. The rattle is also number 7. So, and we're talking about confidence, courage, having the courage to step into your higher purpose. Now is the time, because it's going to be painful with this transition, but this transition has to happen. It has to happen, guys, because if not now, then when? The whole earth, the whole planet Earth is moving and it's changing. And so either you change, you go with the flow, you're in your own flow, you're on your track, you're on your higher plane of consciousness and understanding why you're here. And if you don't know that, you may, or maybe those around you, may not, their purpose may not to be here beyond this period. We talked about being in the energy of Cancer. Water is emotion. Water is moving, and it could either move at a pace where the tide is coming in slow, or it's the waves are revved up and it's coming in fast where it wipes out everything, or it could come in the form of a twister. And those twisters, they come in with the wind, assist, and it will knock it all out. So you have to decide for yourself how this current and how it moves through your life, how it will it knock you out? Will it just come to the shore and rush back out to sea? Or will it come in as a huge tide, a big old wave, and just knock you off your feet? And if you have the right support system, no matter how the tide comes through your life, you will survive because your roots, that root chakra, is on solid ground. Stand still. Stand still is also a number 7 card. We had stand still last week. And in this energy that we're moving in, because Saturn is in our atmosphere, and it has been since the end of 2019, moving through, and that's the significance of Saturn, is that it's like father time. It's like the father of all planets. And so right now it's retrograding, meaning it's moving backwards. It's not in the way. It's here watching, but it's not in the way. And it's planning to start to move again in end of September, moving through the end of the year, and that's when things will start to shift into, put us into a better place. My little light highlighting the card, I thought I had charged it up. It just keeps going out on me, so we may have to do without it. But this card, stand still, as we had before, it's an act of observation. It's time to have breathing space. It's saying that we need to temporarily have non-action, as well as whatever you are going through, whatever has happened. In my life, I have been receiving some more like permanent information about my future employer. And it looks as though, due to COVID-19, I don't know when my job will be valuable again, when my job or my career in this journey that I've been on will survive. And so that means I have to look at new beginnings. I have to look at, come the end of this year, where do I go? How do I move forward? Will this actually work out in my best interest? And that's where that relationship with conscious or your higher spirit is going to be more important for me, for all of us right now. And so if you have been, again, working with us in this journey, and we've seen this card, so I'm not even going to keep fooling with this light. If it's out, it's out. It's not charged up enough to continue. But stand still, meditate, prayer. And when you are in this moment of making decisions in your life, because my job gave me options. Here are your options. Which one do you choose? Where do you go from here? What do you take? And within my position, there's a lot of people in my company who are going through this. And some of you are also a part of our circle. And so as we navigate through these tough family decisions or life decisions, personal decisions, crisis decisions, we have to do so with a level heart and a balanced mind. And so, which is going to be a very big task right now to do, because it's sudden. It wasn't planned for. And the reason why it wasn't planned, because April hit, we were told COVID-19. They told us to go home, stop moving, stop doing. Some people are essential, so they kept moving and going. We're all essential. We're all essential to the movement of this planet. We're all essential to how this society that we live in function. And so when the majority of us stop functioning, everything came to a standstill. So it's like a domino effect. One thing piles on and the other thing affects the next. One domino fall, then they just all start falling. And that's where we are. And so the last piece to fall, actually, and that's what I'm saying, it's going to get difficult. It's going to get harder. It's going to be more challenging. And it's how we allow these movement of these dominoes affect us individually or collectively or personally is going to be how we are rooted. And if our energy body is up for the task, we will then allow a higher presence to take over and move in and guide us, and therefore we will not be affected. So stand still at this time means to stand still, do nothing, breathe, relax. Today is today, tomorrow is another day. And so hopefully when you are watching this video, you stand still, and then tomorrow or the next hour, if you stand still, you meditate, you do those breathing exercises I taught you. If you have gone through all 7 chakras with us and gotten a little bit of that distant healing or that tuning or that attunement, if you need a little more assistance with that attunement, please let me know. And then I can focus on a personal or special attunement and prayer directed for you. Our last card, because I'm not going to shuffle any more cards today, because the Spirit has told me this is where we are until the next reading, and so which could be tomorrow, because I do want you to understand the power of 369. And so we're now at our 3rd card. We're in the 3s, 3 cards. We're going to understand 3. 3 is creativity. 3 is the Trinity. Every church, every temple has 3 pillars. And so when we talk about 3s, we are coming into communion with Spirit and understanding how those 3s, how those main 3 numbers, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you count the Spirit, based on your understanding or your heart or what you believe or what you feel, the rainbow is, again, it symbolized the 7 steps of a true spiritual path. And this light, I am going to have to hold it because I want you guys to see this rainbow card as best as you can and see those colors and see that birdie and know that that birdie, oh my God, he's flying. And all the colors are emanating off of his wings. And last week we talked about this bird. I'm trying to get my little flashlight going here and with my one hand. So you can see these colors, because this card, you see that, guys? You see those colors in that rainbow? You see that beautiful, beautiful bird full of color flying through the moon past the sun. Do you see that? And the earth and the colors that are illuminating, or the rainbow, the essence of this card And the rainbow, we're ending where we started. The journey across the rainbow bridge is our highest heavenly vibration or our highest heavenly rim. So don't get stuck with when you see a rainbow, the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. But get into understanding when you are coming in energy or in vibration with the relationship of the rainbow all around you, all your gifts are at hand. So you don't want to get clouded in looking for a pot of gold, because the pot of gold is you. It's the rainbow. When these chakras, when those energy wheels are in attunement, in a line, when they are working in balance, when you are healed and you are a whole being, that means everything that's moving around you, you actually glow. You actually become the rainbow itself. And so when you are moving through life, whether it's with intent or unintent, meaning right now we're all going through some kind of challenge, that means that remember, when the rain comes, it dries and the sun comes out. And so that is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have now arrived in our crown chakra with spirit in charge, big and large, in the rainbow of love. And I know you've heard that tune, the rainbow of love, being raptured in the rainbow of love. I'm going to stop it right there. This video itself is very emotional for me as well, because like I said, I got some news today, or it actually started earlier this week, that my whole life and my career path is changing. And so as we wrap ourselves in that rainbow, please understand and know, if you have been on this journey, your life has just begun. And whether or not it stays in the same plane, so to say, or you're starting to move into a jet, either way, you're going to be moving with spirit, and you're moving to your highest purpose. You're moving to your destiny. Your vocation is calling. So just with honor, with gratefulness and courage, do not be afraid, my loves. Move forward with destiny. Move forward with the energy that you are well cared for. Until I see you again, our next card will be the Star. If you haven't watched the Tower, watch the